phone lit up on its own. A photo. No sender. No caption. Just a photo. It was the same picture. The one he deleted. Only this time, the hanging version of him wasn't in the background anymore. It was right behind his shoulder. He dropped the phone. It hit the ground with a thud, but he didn't move. His body felt like ice. Frozen in his own room. It started like a joke. One of those random trends that show up in school, blow up, and die off after a week. An AI photo filter. Everyone had it. Everyone was using it. It was supposed to be a test shot. Just a blurry photo of his friend Ao, waving and laughing. But when Caleb looked at the picture, something in his stomach turned cold. In the background, where there should have been nothing, there was someone hanging. Pale. Still. Eyes wide open. Head bent sideways. Feet just inches off the ground. It was him. It was Caleb. Not in real life. Not in a mirror. But in the photo. He zoomed in. Looked again. Looked again. His heart started pounding. He told himself it was a mistake. A glitch. A filter bug. But it wasn't. The dead boy in the back of the picture looked exactly like him. And worse. He was smiling. He deleted the photo. Quickly. No one else saw it. Not yet. Around him, the class was still buzzing with laughter. Someone was pretending to choke like their AI death picture. Someone else was doing a coffin dance. That night, Caleb couldn't sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw that face. His own face. Hanging. Smiling. Eyes wide open, like it was watching something in the dark. He told himself it was nothing. A bug. A fluke. He tried not to think about it. But sometime around 2:17 a.m. his phone lit up on its own. A photo. No sender. No caption. Just a photo. It was the same picture. The one he deleted. Only this time, the hanging version of him wasn't in the background anymore. It was right behind his shoulder. He dropped the phone. It hit the ground with a thud, but he didn't move. His body felt like ice. Frozen in his own room. Staring at the light of the screen. It had sent itself back. No app. No folder. It was just there. And it was changing. Because each time he looked at it again, the dead version of himself got closer. First in the background. Then behind someone. Then behind him. What happens when it reaches the front? He didn't want to know. But it was coming. And it looked hungry. He started sleeping with the lights on. He locked the door. Closed the windows. Pushed his table against the wardrobe just in case. Anything to feel safe. But the next morning, muddy footprints led from his bed to the mirror. He asked his mother if she came into the room. She shook her head. But when he checked the CCTV camera his uncle installed last year, there was nothing. The footage skipped. 2:14 a.m. to 2:16 a.m. gone. Just black. Like something walked in that wasn't supposed to be seen. At school, he stopped laughing. Stopped talking. He deleted the app. Reset his phone. Changed devices. But it didn't matter. Every photo taken near him, no matter the phone, would have that same shape. Blurry at first, but clearer every time. Dead Caleb, pale and silent, now standing in the back of group shots. Between people. In reflections. One day, someone posted a class selfie on status. Caleb nearly screamed. Because in that image, dead Caleb's face was right beside his own. Only visible in the window reflection. Smiling. It was Maya who finally spoke to him. Not in class. Not during break. But after school, near the gate. She didn't ask what was wrong. She asked one question. "Do you see it too?" That stopped him. She showed him her phone. A random picture she took of the hallway last week. Empty, except for one blurry shape. Pale. Still. In the far end of the frame. It wasn't her first time seeing it. And it wasn't Caleb's first time being followed. That night, Caleb had something new. It wasn't a voice. Not a word. Not footsteps. It was a photo. One that played like a video. No play button. No soundbar. But when he looked at it, he heard a scream. A low, distorted, gasping howl that came from inside his ears. Not the room. The photo showed his bedroom. Only this time, dead Caleb wasn't behind him. He was sitting on his bed. Alive. Awake. Looking straight into the camera. As if he knew Caleb was watching. As if he was waiting for something. The photo changed again. Now every picture Caleb took, whether of people, walls, clouds, or shoes, always had dead Caleb in it. Not just in the background anymore. Not hiding. Front and center. Same face. Same eyes. Same smile. The last image was a selfie. He didn't take it. But it was on his phone. It showed him sleeping. And the dead version of him. Smiling above his shoulder. Like a parent watching a child. Like death watching its host. Caleb and Maya met again. Then Maya whispered. She traced the app's file info. It didn't come from the Play Store. It wasn't listed in the App Store. It didn't have a verified developer. It came from a Discord server that was shut down 3 months ago. The file name was simple, dsc_0000.last. Someone had uploaded it under a folder titled, The One Who Shows You How It Ends. Maya did more digging. The file didn't behave like a normal app. It had no uninstall path. No creator metadata. No location tags. It didn't even show up on the app list. But its name kept changing. From dsc_0000.last to cal_0001.lost. Then cal_0002.lost. Each time, the number increased. Each time, Caleb got sicker. It wasn't just a filter anymore. Caleb's mirror stopped reflecting him correctly. When he turned his head, his reflection kept staring forward. Blank face. Empty smile. When he took a photo of his bedroom, just testing it again, it showed a funeral portrait on his table, black ribbon across his school picture. He looked again. The table was empty. But the phone still showed the frame. And in it, his eyes were closed. A was the first one to vanish. No sound. No fight. His seat was empty the next morning. Now even unplugged cameras captured it. A CCTV monitor showed Caleb walking into a classroom. Twice. One walking. One standing still. Only one of them blinked. The other one just smiled. Maya tried to shut it down. She deleted every file, even wiped her entire phone. But when she powered it back on, her wallpaper had changed. It was a picture of Caleb and Maya, standing together. They never took that photo. She was smiling. But Caleb wasn't. Behind him stood a smiling version. Pale. Wider mouth now. Like it had grown teeth. The power went out at Caleb's house. Complete darkness. No light. No phone signal. No network. Just silence. Until the flash from his phone turned on by itself. It took a picture. He didn't press anything. Didn't move. The screen flashed again. Then again. He opened the gallery. 6 new photos. Each one closer than the last. The final one. Not a photo. It was a live image. It moved. And the version of him inside was blinking. The school called it the Echo Room. An old storage unit in the back of the compound, no windows, no furniture, just dust and silence. Caleb locked himself inside during lunch. Not to hide, but to hear. Because now, he could hear the photo. Not see it. Not feel it. Hear it. A faint breathing. A dragging sound. And underneath it, a laugh. His own. When he opened his eyes, he wasn't alone. In the corner, someone stood. Slim. Same height. Same face. Same clothes. But wrong. Caleb didn't scream. He just stared at himself. The version that had been haunting every image, now standing 3 meters away. Smiling. Waiting. That night, Caleb tried something different. He placed his phone under a pillow. Uninstalled all camera apps. Turned off Bluetooth. Pulled out the SIM. But when he woke up, his room looked different. Older. Worn out. Dusty, like a place left untouched for years. And beside him on the bed was a phone that wasn't his. It was older. Heavier. It had one photo on it. His funeral. Maya stopped sleeping. She saw him now. Even without a screen. At home. In her dreams. In reflections. Once, in the bathroom, she looked into the mirror and saw Caleb standing in her kitchen. She turned around. No one there. Looked again. He was closer. She smashed the mirror. The shards reflected nothing. But the wall behind her was smiling. They both came to school early. Maya and Caleb. Before the gates opened, they walked to the science block. Phone cameras off. Not speaking. And yet, the corridor lights flickered. The CCTV turned on by itself. The intercom made a sound like shallow breathing. Then the classroom door creaked open. Slowly. And inside. They decided to end it. Maya whispered something to Caleb. A theory. Maybe if they deleted every image of him, he would vanish. They gathered every device. School laptops. Old USBs. Cloud backups. Even CCTV archives. But every time they deleted a folder, a new one appeared. Cal_0003.lost, Cal_0004.lost. Cal_0005.lost, faster. Smarter. And in every new image, dead Caleb wasn't smiling anymore. He looked angry. Caleb began forgetting. His mother called him by a name he didn't recognize. His class teacher marked him absent, even while he sat in the room. Maya spoke to him. And he didn't remember the conversation 5 minutes later. Photos of him as a child were gone from the albums. In some group pictures, his face was blurred. In others, his face had been replaced by someone else's. And in one photo, dated years before he was born, he was standing in the background, already smiling. Maya asked a dangerous question. What if this Caleb is already the copy? What if the real one disappeared the moment the first photo was taken? It hit Caleb like ice. He looked into the mirror. The reflection blinked. Before he did. Then it tilted its head. And grinned wider than ever before. The phone turned itself on. Battery at 0%, yet glowing. A new file appeared. Cal_0000.final. He clicked it. It opened like a photo. But the image moved, not like a video, but like it was alive. He leaned in closer. And the screen exhaled, warm air on his face. That was the first time the sound smiled. Maya couldn't take it anymore. She told Caleb she was leaving town, deleting everything, starting over. But that night, Caleb got a message from her number. Just one word, smile. He rushed to her house. Her phone was there. Still playing the sound. Face down. Still warm. But Maya was gone. Only her slippers remained. And the mirror in her hallway showed two people standing. But only one person was in the room. Caleb made a final recording. His voice shaky. His face thinner. His skin colder. But he looked directly into the camera and said, "If this file reaches you, delete it. Don't save it. Don't share it. Don't smile back." Behind him, the pale duplicate leaned closer. Frame by frame. Until it covered the camera with its hand. Recording ended.